Some of the most powerful things in your life were never supposed to exist. They weren't designed. They weren't predicted. They were mistakes, failures, happy accidents that quietly rewired the way you eat, sleep, think, and survive. And now, you can't imagine your world without them. But maybe you should, because these inventions weren't born from brilliance. They were born from chaos, from broken experiments, wrong calculations, and desperate guesses. Yet somehow, they didn't just survive. They took over. They invaded your routines, hijacked your senses, and became necessities. Not because you chose them, but because humanity tripped into them and never looked back. These are the 10 accidental inventions you were never meant to depend on. 10. The Internet. It began as a Cold War experiment, a military project built to survive a nuclear attack. It was never meant to entertain you, connect you, or addict you. But it escaped the lab, spread like a virus, and now here you are, watching this, through a network that was never supposed to be public, never meant to own your attention, yet it does. 9. The Ballpoint Pen. It started as a novelty, a cheap toy idea, but the ballpoint pen replaced centuries of ink pots and fountain nibs with one simple twist: fast, clean, permanent. Your thoughts now glide effortlessly onto paper because someone was bored enough to reinvent the way we write. 8. The Matchstick. Fire, humanity's oldest obsession, made portable by mistake. A clumsy experiment, a chemical reaction on a stick. That spark wasn't supposed to ignite, but it did. Now you carry instant fire in your pocket and don't even question it. 7. Memory foam. Designed for astronauts. Too soft, too slow, too strange. NASA rejected it, but the world welcomed it. Now you sleep on what was once space junk. Your mattress remembers the shape of your pain because something meant for the stars landed in your bedroom instead. 6. Plastic. The goal? A better shellac. The result? Something artificial, moldable, immortal. Plastic. It was never meant to coat every surface of your world, but it did, and now it's in your food, your home, your oceans, even your blood. 5. Soft drinks. They began as medicine, bizarre blends of stimulants and narcotics. Now they're sweetened addictions in a can. The fizz, the sugar, the logo. You sip it casually, but you're tasting history's most successful chemical accident. 4. Smartphone cameras. The tiny camera inside your phone? A leftover from failed satellite tech. It wasn't made for selfies or filters, but it rewired how we record, remember, and validate our lives. Your digital reflection is built on accidental lenses. 3. Synthetic rubber. Wartime panic. A desperate attempt to replace natural rubber. What came out of the lab was sticky, flexible, and world-changing. Your shoes, tires, and tools. Born from fear, not design. Mistakes that now drive civilization forward. 2. The microwave. A melted chocolate bar in a technician's pocket. That's how it began. Invisible waves no one understood. Suddenly, cooking food from the inside. What was once a scientific hiccup is now a glowing box in nearly every home. 1. Toothpaste's Minty Coolness. You feel it every morning, that crisp, cold freshness. But that sensation wasn't invented on purpose. It was a failed ulcer treatment that happened to make your mouth tingle. It doesn't heal, but it sells. And now your brain craves it every single day. The world you know is built on mistakes, on accidents that slipped through the cracks of logic and found a home in your daily life. You didn't ask for them. You didn't even notice them. But now, They're part of you. And if this made you see the world just a little differently, subscribe, because the truth isn't always planned. But once you see it, you can't unsee it.